G'day guys and girls, Bazzabox here, and today we are back with my summer car. Now, last episode I was working on the engine. To make a long story short, fucking bam, it is done. Sort of made a video straight after the last one where I had to put on the bit of the side bits, like the carb and everything. But yeah, the video came out pretty shit. I decided not to run it. I was starting to get pretty tired, blubbering along, just keeping going back and forth, not actually doing much stuff. So that's what happened there. Today I wanted to work on the back, but as you can see it's a bit dark. So I might just get into the front. I'll probably skip ahead a little bit, just putting all the parts on and stuff. So we'll start with the front. First thing to go on is this. I guess I could push the car a bit further forward. I think it goes this way too, if I'm not mistaken. Not 100% sure, but we'll try to put this in as it is, like this. And that did have an arrow. I'll flatten it out. Alright, well that's in. Should have probably jacked it up first. But oh well. I'm going to skip some of it. Like, I'll get the parts in position and stuff, but just me mucking around with bolts. It's because I haven't got a list or anything. I'm just doing it off my head. So, not doing it while I'm off my head. Just doing it off the top of my head. If I can just get this fucking thing. Alright. Next 4 bolts to this. So, I'll get cracking into this and I'll make a cut when I start putting everything else back on. Just into the front of my car. There's going to be a lot of that. So I'll talk to you guys in a second. Okay guys, that's all in. We'll jack it up now and start putting the rest of the parts in the front. It never sounds good when you start jacking up this car. It makes a lot of noise. I think sometimes it even dents itself. But we'll just jack it up from the front there. Shouldn't be too much of a drama. The back is a lot easier. I might just go lay out all the parts before I get into this, so you can have a look to see what goes where. Okay guys, so I got all the parts laid out in the back. We got the coil, we got the shock, we got the drum brake, and we got the can't remember what they call it in this. It's a wishbone pretty much. Tri-alarm is what they call it. Same as on the other side. Here we sort of got we've got brakes, we've got the disc for the brakes, we've got the shock setup, we got the wishbone, sorry. And here, I can't remember what that is. Steering rod, which is going to go with this as well, the steering rack. So I'll get into start putting these on. I don't think daylight's coming anytime soon, so this build's probably going to be in the dark. I did leave these in here because I'm pretty sure these go in when you put the engine in. They're sort of what gives drive to the wheels from the engine, or from the gearbox. So my thirst's getting up, so I'm going to grab a drink and I'll be back. Hopefully this car is off the ground. So guys, just as morning broke, there's a little bit of clouds. Like a minute and a half later, it started to piss down, as you can see, but it really doesn't matter. This car is gone. It is on all fours and she's in the shed where she should be, all covered up away from that weather. Now that didn't take too long. That probably took me about half an hour or something to do all the suspension. Hopefully I've got all the bolts and everything on there. It gets a bit confusing when you start looking up. There we go. See how easy it is to forget. 6 bolts on top there. Lucky it was. Oh, we got a phone call. So we'll grab the phone and then we'll come back to the car. Alright guys, so let's button up these bolts and then start working on the next part. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to do next. Could just work towards getting the engine installed and getting it fired up and all that good stuff. That's probably exactly what I'm going to do. Just get this into a excuse me. So guys, back after the phone call. There we go. Gotta make sure we do these, don't want the front end to fall off. So next episode, I think, try to get this running and driving. Don't worry about panels. I think maybe I might just put the driver's seat in, if anything, so we can see how badly dented this is already. That's fully done up. That car looks like shit when you first build it, but that's what the mechanic's for, I guess. Hammer doesn't work. But anyway, yep, we'll throw the engine in, top it up with fluids, make sure we got brakes, or best we can for brakes anyway. Normally you got to start driving it and sort of start troubleshooting. I'll put steering in it. As you can see, my wheels are, she wants to go left. She wants to go left pretty badly, but we can fix that pretty easily. There's a couple of nuts you can adjust yourself, and that's about it. And of course, now it's all shiny and lovely, beautiful day here in Finland after I put the car together. That is okay. We're in the garage now, so it doesn't matter. We can turn the light up. Well, we'll turn the light back on. It's a bit dark in here. Don't have to worry about the outside world at the moment. How do I get thirsty so quick? If you guys ever want to know how to put it together, leave a comment, and I'll I might make another video after this series all buttoned up. Just how to put everything together. Bit of a tutorial. I can do it for the engine or whatever you need. It doesn't take too long to build it if you sort of know what you're doing. So far, I've probably spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours on the engine and the car itself. Not including times of started it and stuffed up and had to start the save again. So enough of that bullshit. Let's start putting this fucker together. What do I want to start on first? I want to put the engine in, just because I reckon that's just a big step when you got the engine in. It looks good, but I think first I might want to start getting rid of these parts like this. Steering wheel. Bam. Well, not steering wheel itself, but steering column. I believe there's a couple of bolts on the inside. Might put leave a little bit more in it today, because it's going to be all over the place. So I don't want to be 1 minute steering columns in, motors in, and then stuff like that. I'll just let you know what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So first of all, it's this body rack where the bolts are in a real pain in the ass. This is probably a more annoying bit, time consuming bit, is just getting this part of the car done. So the little things you got to do. Steering rack and the troubleshooting with, unless you just like pretty switched on, you know exactly you've done it, you got the guide and stuff like that. It can be a pain in the ass just with fluids. Like the engine, you might forget to put this sump bolt in or something. Mostly brakes. I have a big problem with the braking system. I always have a leak somewhere, so I've got to trace back everything, and then I'll find a bolt in the middle of nowhere. But it's just what normally happens to me. So both of them are in. No, that will go later. I think that's pretty much it for the steering. So actually, yeah, let's put this engine in. Let's put the engine in. Might throw a seat in and see if this thing will go. Actually, might do brakes as well. We'll have that open. It's because it's a nice day out there. Brakes. Yeah, let's do all the wall components that sort of go on the walls and stuff. Yeah, the firewall. It is a wall. I'm gonna say it's not a wall. It is a wall. It's a firewall. So put the clutch in as well. If I can just get around here, should go in like that. This could take trial and error too. Hopefully they'll all be sort of similar bolts. That's another reason why I like doing sort of the same things at the same time. Just so you don't have to change spanners as much. I don't write it down or anything, so. Oh, that's it. As you can see, our fluids just stay exactly where I leave them. There's the master brake. No brake booster on it. It's old school. That's why I do love my older cars, just because if something goes wrong, I can fix it. It's not normally too difficult to figure out what's wrong, because you always got room in the engine bay and stuff. You can stick your head under, have a look. Not so good with the newer cars with just all the shit they throw on it. But in saying that, if someone gave me a new car, I wouldn't knock it back. Give, not offer to sell. Give. Now, there's a lot of bolts to this one. So I think there's 2 over there. It just goes all over the place. So let's take your time with this one. See how that goes in there as well. It's a small spanner. There we go. There's one. One of many. Put that one in as well. So I think this is where I've got to get underneath as well and start doing the back brakes. That's pretty much the only other things you got to do to the back. The back's... Well, I'm underneath it now. I don't know how I'm going to get out. But here I am. I'll just teleport through the back window maybe. But while I'm here, I'll do a bit of work. I'm stuck. I'm really stuck. Okay. Maybe here? Yes? No? Okay, I'm sure there's a something for brakes back here. Alright, I'm gonna fill around with this and I'll be back. Okay guys, because I've got 3 arms, that's what's going on here. Push my car off. It's a bit too hard trying to get out. There we go, spins away. See if we can get unstuck without ripping anything off. Okay. Should really put wheel chocks or something in this game, so stop doing that. Now it's going to want to steer to the left already, so we'll just pretty close to the edge. We'll try to get it all the way in, pretty much. Don't like the look of that back. Well, it's going anyway. How's that front tire going? A bit far over. Should just straighten up the steering, but we can do that later. We'll worry about that when we drive it about. Don't think you got to jack it up to do it. I think you can just stick your head under and do it. And it's a bit close there. I think we got it. Got it close enough anyway. Alright. Now I can have a look at wake third arm. So that's fuel. That's for the handbrake. Yeah, I can't find a bolt for it. Oh, what's this? There we are. I knew there was one somewhere. I'm guessing on the... What is it? I've lost it already. Same on this side. Right there. Tricky little things that takes you forever to find stuff like that later on. So it's good just to get onto it early. I think this side has got a bolt somewhere. So last time when I was mucking around trying to put this on, I was having a little bit of problem trying to figure out after I put the wishbone on what came next. Because it's got disc brakes, and you got the rotor and the brake system itself. On my car, the rotor goes on first. On this car, it actually goes on second, so I was a bit confused with that. But I got it done in the end. can't even see what I'm doing. I think that's all of them. I hope. Double check. I thought there was 2 on that side. I guess not. And I think there's a couple here too. There we are. Reminds me there might be another one for the clutch too. But that might. Okay, don't want to do that right now. It looks like there's another one there. This clutch one might go a little later. It's a lot of time spent on brakes on this, but you need to stop. It's very hard to try to park this thing with the steering all wonky, and it's just really annoying. So brakes. Alrighty. That's brakes done, as far as I know. Do have to put on fuel strainer. I think that goes in the engine compartment. Gear linkages. Well, we'll need gears, so this could probably wait until we got the engine in. Yeah, let's do that. Over there. Let's get this engine in, eh? I don't know if it's been what you guys have been waiting for, but it's definitely what I've been waiting for. I'll just pop that there. We'll gently try to push this thing on. Push this thing under it anyway. Just a little bit on the back, in a little bit. Should be pretty straight from here. How's that looking? That is perfect. Alright. So we'll just stop dropping it. Bit fiddly that bit, but so when it gets down there should be a couple of mounts at the front and maybe 1 or 2 at the back. Can't remember. It sits a little bit further back, so we'll bring back a little bit, maybe not too far because we've got the radiator to go at the front there. Okay, so it should be, that's pretty much where you want them. So there is 1 mount in the middle at the back. So I think just pull it back a little bit. Not like that, and of course. Forward a little bit. We'll go straight down. Maybe to the right a little bit too. There we go. Should be a couple of bolts there if it's in position. Needs to come down a little bit. A little bit more. Waiting for a bolt to appear. The bolt there. There we go, there's the bolt. You can bring this a little closer. I did say that I was going to do a bit of cuts, but I might leave a lot of this in actually. I just wanted to do the suspension and everything yesterday, but it was dark, so I didn't think that would make for a good video. There we go, now it's in position. This one's always a bastard to get to. I don't know why it just doesn't pick up, but... Yes. No. Really don't know what's going on here, guys. It should be fucking working. Alright guys, I can't work out this this spanner problem. So I'm just gonna leave it here and hopefully we'll get it next time. So guys, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. Yeah, if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. But most importantly, you have a great day and a fulfilling life. See you next time.